we will give even more to lift the trophy in LEC, to do well internationally, and yeah, we to just redeem ourselves basically.
And before starting this video, we have to quickly thank our sponsors in Oli for helping us provide you with all this content. And as always, please, if you are looking for some energy drinks and some tasty beverages, make sure to check out the Oli website for some really nice products and use the code SE5 at checkout for €5 discount or SE10 for 10% discount on any purchase that you do on the website. And once again, thank you so much to Oli for sponsoring this content. And now please enjoy the interview. All right, today was the LEC Grand Finals for the spring playoffs, and I'm in the presence of Labrov, the supporter of G2. Unfortunately, today it's a loss. It's a second place once again, and I can imagine it must be pretty frustrating for you guys to fall once again, coming from the winner bracket the second time and unfortunately not being able to close it in the end. Could you first start by telling me how are you feeling after this, and what is your overall summary of what happened today?
Yeah, I mean, I feel a bit disappointed. I was hoping, like this time, we are going to lift the trophy. Sadly, we weren't good enough. And yeah, I mean, I think it's like a deserved loss. I think we just played bad when it mattered. I think KOI just they were just stronger, today, and they deserve the win. I think we just need to just, improve, Like, I mean, we will have some international events. I think we can be really good, Just I think a lot of things went bad today, and I think we can just do much better. And yeah, I mean, hopefully next final we're gonna lift the trophy if we go.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like if you compare it to any other teams in the LEC, right, it's still a very commendable result overall. I mean, second place twice in a row. Obviously, you probably want more than that, but it's still something that is not that bad. And now, as you said yourself, you are still qualified for MSI, so there is still some glimmers of hope for G2 and something to look forward to because you're going to be flying out to Canada now as well. I mean, for you as well, under BDS, you have not had that much time internationally before. Obviously, first time as well, you didn't get to go as well. So what are you feeling ahead of this tournament as well, MSI, and being able to fly internationally and face off against all the teams of the world, right?
Yeah, I'm very excited to go to an international event. I haven't been to many, like only once more, and it was at Worlds 2023. I went with BDS. It was the best time of my career, actually. I remember we were in Korea, and I felt like I really liked the experience playing solo queue there and just screaming some international teams. I think I'm really looking forward, actually, to doing the same here. I feel like we will learn a lot, and we will become a way stronger team.
Yeah, and I mean, everyone has talked about how this G2 lineup is the kind of lineup that needs some time to scale, right? I mean, obviously, like you have obviously yourself and Skewmon as well, new players on the team. There's some time of adjustments and everything. What do you think is like the biggest lesson that you guys have learned both from the winter split and now from the spring split as well, because you've been pushed a lot. We saw a better face from G2, especially like in the upper brackets. You ended up beating Movistar KOI, right? And I mean, now unfortunately you are falling to them, but do you still think there is some positive to take from this split?
I mean, for sure, right? I think just being consistent. I think we showed that we can be very good and like very strong team. But also, I think we had many lows this split as well, like some regular season games or like today in final. I don't think we performed very well, and I think just being more consistent. Just like I mean, I think we need to become better, like individually and as a team. I think we're struggling with this, like even some scrim games. Like I don't think we are showing 100% every single day. I think we just need to fix this. I think it will have a better results on stage.
Especially talking about what you just said regarding the scrims and everything, I think it's kind of interesting because it's an issue we've also heard in other teams as well, and it seems to be something that's very hard to fix in terms of like sometimes maybe you don't show up with like 100% energy, right? And maybe like the practice doesn't go the way you want it to go as well. What do you think is like the main thing that needs to change in G2 so that these kinds of results are improved in the future? Is there like something in particular that you would target, I guess?
I mean, I think just many things, to be honest. Like I think, first of all, like I think our individual play was not great today. I mean, you can argue about like many things, like how we played. Maybe our preparation wasn't the greatest as well. Like, just many things. I think. I mean, looking back at game one, I feel like if we don't die to the gank at bot, which we could just have worried, and we were in such a good spot, I think we could have taken over the game. But once we died there, like I feel like it was hard. So like just many things, like individual and as a team. I think we just need to become better, basically, and more consistent mainly, because I think we showed many times that we have high highs and low lows.
And this kind of issue that you're describing, do you think this is the kind of thing that just fixes itself with time, or does it take like playing more solo queues or stuff like that in particular?
I think, I mean, with time, obviously, like for me at least, I felt way more comfortable like playing this final than the previous one. I think getting more used to each other and just like learning from the lessons, because I feel like we can learn a lot from this final in particular.
Yeah, and being the support from G2 now as well, obviously, I mean, it's already your second split in the team as well, right? But this is an organization that has such an history in Europe and also comes with a lot of expectations. I don't know how much time you spend like on social media and everything, but have you felt personally as a player like the weight of being on G2 and like extra pressure compared to like when you were on BDS, so that you have to perform more than before, for example, as well?
I mean, being in G2, I think you're expected to win, and if you don't lift the trophy, it's just like a failure, let's say. I mean, it should be the type of mindset that every team should have, I think. But I think on G2, just for their previous history, I think it's even more. And I mean, for me, I'm not using social media at almost at all, because it's just like pointless. Like people are just like, after losing, especially, like people can be very critical, let's say, and like there's a lot of like insulting and bad stuff that can really get into your head. So I mean, I just I really want to win as well. We're just like fighting up, and
yeah,
what there's not much you can like. Sadly, I can't turn back in time. I only can move forward.
Yeah, and what do you think about your growth since joining G2, both individually and also like as a bot lane with Onsama? Because a lot of people have talked about it. I mean, obviously, I guess you don't necessarily look at social medias and everything, right? But do you feel like at this point you guys are a solid bot lane in the LEC? And do you guys still think you have room to grow? What do you think is like the ceiling for this duo of you two?
I mean, playing with Hans, for me, has been very enjoyable. I think he's very, very good and like a smart player, and I really like the way he's playing. I think we have a strong laning phase in the LEC. I think obviously we can improve it, right? And I want to become more like consistent. And like just basically, I feel like we can lane Kingdom every game if we are on top of our game and more consistent, basically.
Some last few question for you. So you're going to be heading to Canada now as well. What is the way forward for G2 until then? Because you now have like about 2 weeks, I think, until you end up playing or something like that. So are you already talking about like your playing, like boot camping in there as well, and playing against like other international team? What are you going to be doing to make sure that like the level of G2 increases until then?
Yeah, I think we're traveling to Canada soon in like 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. and we will go through planes, and we're going to play a lot of teams, like plane teams, I think. And for me, it's going to be fun playing different style from different region teams.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm very excited. I think we can still go far in the MSI. In the past, many teams from planes, went deep, and I'm confident. I'm really excited for the MSI trip.
Yeah. You just said, by the way, you're traveling in 2 weeks. Are you like actually going to Canada in 2 weeks then? And does that mean like until then you're going to be staying in Europe and maybe like scrimming against other European teams, for example, or is it?
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm not 100% sure. We check the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I think we will have like 3 or 4 days off. I'll go back to Greece, and then after that, we're coming back to Berlin. We're scrimming for 1 week, and after one week scrim in Berlin, we are traveling to Canada.
Okay.
And we start like scrimming there and planes, if I'm correct.
Yeah. All right. And just lastly for you as well, this is going to be, I think, as you said, your second time internationally only. Are there any teams you're looking forward to facing? Obviously from Korea, right, you're going to be facing at least either Genji or Onwa Life. From China, probably BLG, right? They're looking pretty good as well. Are there any teams in particular or even players that come to your mind?
Yeah. I would like to play against BLG. I'm watching a lot of BLG games, and I'm really, I really like the way they play the game. I think also like LEC and On are very, very, very good at laning phase and pressuring the game. So I would like to play against them.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it would be very fun for me. I hope they qualify.
Yeah. Do you keep up with like other teams, maybe like the LCK and stuff in general? Is there like one team that right now you're seeing as like maybe the biggest contender to win MSI altogether or something?
Maybe like Gen Z are undefeated in LCK, right? They are looking very strong. I think Amba Life, T1 even can be very, very deadly in the international tournaments. And I think from China, I think BLG is a very strong team as well. So like all these teams basically, I think can be very strong.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to facing them, or most of them at least.
All right. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time. Just before we close off, is there anything you want to say to the G2 fans to finish this interview?
Yeah, I would like to apologize, first of all, for like losing another final. I think it's very disappointing, and like for you guys and also for us, we don't feel good about it. But yeah, we will give even more to lift the trophy in LC, to do well internationally, and yeah, we to just redeem ourselves basically.
All right. Well, Labrov, thank you so much for spending the time to talk to me today. I wish you the best of luck at MSI. Hopefully I'll see you in Vancouver in a few weeks from now. And yeah, I just wish you some good rest until then, some good trip back home in Greece with your family probably, and just good practice until then, and see you soon pretty much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.